Good morning. I'm happy to say that I finally found out what was the name of that place that give the Steam Deck the award of the best handheld as far as OLED, and it was called the Golden Joystick Award. Never heard of it, but they give the Steam Deck uh, the best handheld, and there was a close second with that Raleigh. I think that Raleigh, because it's a little bit more stronger than the Steam Deck, but the Raleigh doesn't make OLED. They only make the regular screen. So anyway, y'all know I was on that Steam Deck hype. I put that bad boy down for a little bit, cause man, and Black Myth Wukong also won Game of the Year on the joystick, the Golden Joystick Award. This must be some type of different set of some different type of award, because there's all kind of different awards. But I was like, heck yeah, man, because I don't know, man. I don't know, because Samsung just y'all know I like to drop gaming news, but Samsung is dipping their toe into making it handheld. And Samsung, they've been, everybody's really trying to dip their hand into it. But I wanted to let you guys know that the Steam Deck, with all the competition with the handhelds, got the best handheld award, and that's freaking awesome, because Valve done a good job with this. I hope Valve is really got research and development and everybody tweaking that Steam Deck 2 in. I won't be buying it no time soon, because I just got my Steam Deck, and I think that Valve ought to just stick to what's working for them, like Switch does with their Switch, because everybody's in a big hurry for Switch 2. And I was thinking about Switch 2, the Switch 2, whatever they're going to call it. I love my Switch. And when I play it, it's like I upload video games, playthroughs. The only reason why I've been doing that is I got more subscribers. Now, I don't do that because I think I'm going to have people watch it, because that is a little boring. But I was like, man, I really want to play a game, man. And sometimes I'll be sitting back with a bag of chips, man, and I'll be eating my chips and playing a game. So I was like, you know what? Why don't you upload a video with you just chilling in your living room, man? I ain't doing no Elgato and none of that stuff. I don't need to show my face in the corner of me playing the game. I just don't get into that. I feel like when I'm playing my video game, I'm inviting you guys in my living room to chill with me. And you can tell I'm eating chips in the background, because you can hear me crunching on it. Because this phone, man, this mic on this phone is legit. But anyway, Steam Deck, baby, got best handheld of the year. And I think it beat out that Raleigh, because I heard that Raleigh is pretty good. But, I ain't been playing it in a while, because, I'm always jumping around. But then again, Black Myth Wukong, I don't think I'm going to play that game, but I heard good things about it. And we got the Game Awards coming up. We got the Game Awards coming up in December. I don't really particularly care for the Game Awards. I think they lost their way. I think they need to go back to actually really getting into the games and not trying to do all that advertisement and all those trailers and having all those, drunk celebrities on there and all that kind of stuff. But, that's just me. I think it ought to be trimmed down a little bit too, I also think. So, but I was looking at some of the categories that, some the Golden Joystick Award does all kinds of awards, and I think they had Arcane in there, like that's on Netflix. Arcane. I was watching Arcane, but I watched the first season, but I never finished it. And but anyway, if you guys don't know anything about the Golden Joystick Award, I just literally seen an article about it, and I guess this is a thing. And but you got like the Golden Globes, and then you got the Oscars, and then you got the So anyway, Steam Deck got the best handheld. But anyway, real quick, I'll close this out. Sony is thinking about. I read an article that Sony's going to try to make a handheld that can compete with the Switch. Well, I was reading, I was like, well, why would you want to compete with the Switch when you got a ton of games on your library that you could like focus on? See, I would not do that. What I would do is I would silently make a handheld. Okay, this is what I do. I would silently make a handheld, and I would announce we are going to release a handheld here in 6 months. We're going to show you the specs and everything like that, and work on what they are doing. Not be like, oh, we're going to try to compare with Switch. I don't think Nintendo cares about anybody but themselves. And what I mean by that is they're staying what works for them. And that's what's wrong with a lot of these companies out here. They don't, oh, let's beat this one over here and let's compete with that. Competition is cool, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with that. But I read that, I was like, Sony, you don't have to do that. Just make a... Sony used to make handhelds. I don't know why they stopped making them, tell you the truth. You know, they done got so, you know, their money is in these consoles and their games, you know. Here's the person I think that really dropped the ball on handheld is Microsoft. Out of all these people, I think Microsoft dropped the ball. They should have tried to make a handheld at least a couple years ago and just try to get that Game Pass on there, because right now, you know, Phil Spencer's like, you got Game Pass on everything. You can play the games everywhere, because they're trying to make it where you pay games everywhere. Man, I don't really want to play games on this phone right now. You know, only thing I play on this phone is Word Find. That's all I play on this game is Word Find. I don't play nothing else, and so I'm not into that. I get what Microsoft is trying to do. But if anybody could have pulled this off, it could have been Microsoft. They got the cash. All they got to do is get into research and development, and you know, because, you know, at the end of the day, their hardware is pretty legit. They got good hardware. You know, I'm overall happy with my Xboxes and stuff. They just, you know, for some reason Microsoft just cannot put out a. When's the last time you seen Microsoft have a Game of the Year in the category? I don't think they ever had one. They might. But if they did have a category, it'd probably be something small, you know. You know, obviously, you know, the thing with Microsoft, you know, when you had the people that was arguing about Microsoft and you had the people arguing about Sony, I think that the people that was so into Microsoft, I feel like they, as you know, Xbox fans, let Microsoft down, because they was talking about how they was wanting to, you know, beat Sony so much, but then, you know, all their sales were never up, you know, even their consoles weren't selling like they're supposed to. So where was the fans in that part? I just think that the fans talk loud, but there might not be that many fans like out there. I mean, I'm not saying there's not a lot of people out there that likes to play, you know, on the Xbox ecosystem. It's just that it just seems like they're loud, but then when you look at the numbers, there might not be that many compared to the, you know, Sony people, the Sony fans. Also, everybody's jumping around also, man. You also got like a lot of people that plays the Switch, you know, and the Switch is just, I'll tell you what, the Switch is just impressive because they just stay true to what they're doing, and that's what's working for them. They're blocking out everything, even with everybody wanting to do all these little handhelds, you know, Nintendo already just like, you know what, we're going to focus on what works for us. I hear you over here and I hear you over there, but I don't know. But it is nice to have all these handhelds, but there's going to be a point where you can only afford so much, because I'm maxed out on everything I got. So I got plenty of stuff to keep me preoccupied. If I do get anything, it would be a Nintendo Switch 2. And I hope that Valve don't make a Steam Deck too, because if they do, I'm gonna be like, man, I should have waited. You know what I mean? But I'm just barely dipping my toe in you know, I think Valve though, because I always wanted to see what the PC world was like. This is the closest thing to PC world. You know what I mean? So anyway, it's called the Golden Joystick Award, and I always wanted to put a video up like that. And the Steam Deck Oled got the best handheld of 2024, and the Raleigh X, I think, which is I heard that thing is really nice. it was running a close second. So, and then Black Myth Wukong won Game of the Year on the Golden Joystick Award. That's what this place is called. But anyway, you got Sony is apparently working on a handheld. Microsoft, Phil Spencer said that it's in the works, but it's going to be years away. I read an article that Samsung is thinking about making one also. So, you know, everybody gonna be happy. Everybody gonna be happy. Everybody have plenty of stuff that they can buy. They can just be like, well, I don't know which one I want to get. You know, some people get them all. You know how some YouTubers, they got them all. Oh, let me do my unboxing, and they'll have an unboxing of this, an unboxing of that. But that's cool because we don't know what anything's like until we see some of these videos when they unbox them. So, you know, it's good that you have that out there. But anyway, it's called the Golden Joystick Award and Steam Deck. Y'all know I was on that Steam Deck kick for a while. Still am. But it's just, I jump around so much, man. I jump around so much. And, you know, I love playing video games. I love watching movies. I love working out. I love studying God's word in the morning. You know, I start off the morning reading some scriptures, and you know, then the rest of my day goes forward. You know, but I must start my day off with God's word. And I love to work out, and I love to stay fit. I love keeping this place clean, and I love playing video games. And it's so weird because I'll be sitting there going like this. I'll be like, man, I think I know I can get past this one. It's so weird because you'll have a random thing just drop in your head and you'd be like, oh, I can get past this one part on game. And I'll be at work and I'll be working. And I'll be putting parts in bins and moving stuff all the way down the end of the shop. And all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, I think I got it. And that's what I like about video games because when I'll be at work and I'll be looking at the clock. Oh, I got 5 more hours, man. I'm going to turn that game on. And when I get home and I turn that game on and I get past that part, I'm like, I knew it. You know, and then I'll play that game for like a couple days and get stuck again. But you know what? That's what I love about playing video games. That's why I enjoy video games. And, you know, it's just, it makes you think, it's the strategy of it all. And it's just, you know, I love movies, especially when I get a movie that keeps me engaged. You know what I mean? When I find a movie that keeps me engaged and I'm sitting there trying to figure stuff out, man, you know, you got all these streaming services out here. All these streaming services, man, they got some bangers. You know, I can name a few, but I'm not going to, but I'm telling y'all straight out, man, these streaming services, man, they're originals. They're kicking some butt. And another thing, you know, we always, you know, talk about streaming services. Oh, I only buy physicals and all that. And I'm one of those people, man. I'm all about physical media, but man. Oh, and by the way, I got a sucky season that a lot of people don't like. And I'm one of the ones that are the few people that like this season. It's from Disney. And I ordered it yesterday. And it's Hawkeye, the first season. And a lot of people didn't like that. And I remember watching that. It's gonna show you need to really, really judge for yourself. So I'm listening to all the people online talking about, oh, that Hawkeye is terrible, this, and that, right? So I said, I ain't watching that crap. So I listened to this for about another week or two. This is when I had Disney Plus, right? So I put that thing on. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this because I like the guy that plays Hawkeye. So. No, he got hurt real bad, y'all, about a couple of years ago. I heard he's doing okay now, thank God, because he got hurt real bad. Said he wasn't going to walk again, but I guess he's walking now. Good. So, you know, God is good. But I started watching that season, and I watched each episode. That's when I had Disney Plus, and I sit there and go, what's so bad about this show? I said to myself. I mean, this is what I said. I fell in love with that show. And so anyway, I got it. I ordered it. And again, back to streaming services and their originals. Streaming service and their originals. See, a lot of times people got streaming services because it's easy to access all the movies that we had seen prior in the theater and movies that we might like that's on their site. But the problem with that is a lot of movies that you like on their site sitting right here in your collectibles, right there. See, I got all those movies right there, and I got all those movies over there. Look at my Steam Deck over there, baby. Best handheld of the year, man. Best handheld of the year. But anyway, a lot of streaming services that got the favorite movies that we all like. I got a lot of them. Technically, you can't see it, but I got a bunch of DVDs over there, and then when you come over here, I got all those movies over there. But that's the thing about streaming services. So I can understand, why people don't like streaming services, because they're like, I already got these movies. What do I want streaming services for? It's their originals. Because I'm telling you, if you look on each site of streaming services, they got a lot of originals on there and some damn good ones. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to in closing. Yes, this is all about the Steam Deck. And yeah, I'm daggone happy that the Steam Deck got Game Handheld of the Year from some site that I ain't never heard of. But it's called the Golden Joystick Awards. I guess they hold it every year. But the Rally came in close second because the Rally is a little bit more powerful than the Steam Deck. I guess it runs better. But the Steam Deck edged it out. But anyway, in closing, you have Sony is going to, I guess it's getting, they're going to make a handheld here pretty soon. Xbox says they're working on one, but it's years away, which is pretty silly because they should have been working on one, especially with their, we want to play Xbox everywhere. They should have worked on a handheld. I don't understand Microsoft sometimes. But anyway, Phil Spencer and them, and Samsung, which you guys know Samsung makes some really nice televisions, man. Because I'm getting a Samsung 77-inch OLED in July. And this TV right here, as you see, I'm giving that one to my daughter. So Samsung is going to make, they have in the works a handheld themselves. So anyway, that's all I had. I just thought I want to share that with y'all because I was like, yeah, there you go. That's right, Steam Deck. That's right, Valve. That's right, Valve. Man, y'all made that Steam Deck. And I used to look at the Steam Deck, man. I used to be like, man, that thing looks pretty slick. But I always just looked at it. And then I looked at some videos and I'd be like, that's okay. And then I used to just, I always look at Microsoft news and Sony news and I just look down at that Steam Deck. I said, that Steam Deck is pretty neat looking. I always said that myself. I just look at it and read a couple things. I'm like, And then, as time progressed, I just kept, looking at Steam Deck and looking at articles. And I was like, dang. And then I got on a couple YouTube videos and I was like, man. And then I talked to some people at work that are PC people, and they would show me their PC setup, which I do not have room for that, and I wouldn't invest in that anyway. And I was like, I was always interested in the PC world, but I'm more of a gaming console guy. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to check into that Steam Deck. So I started over weeks and weeks and weeks in time, and then I finally said, you know what? That'd be the closest thing to get into the PC world is the Steam Deck. So anyway. Y'all have a great, great Tuesday, and we'll catch you next video. We'll see you.